So some of you who follow me on the different groups know that I've been waiting for not one, but two Japanese fire trucks, and they just came in last night. So the first one is a Toyota HiAce. It's a 95 LH85 2L, which is the 2.4 liter diesel motor, four-wheel drive. I bought two to flip one and to keep one. So this one is the one that's going, although I'm kind of jealous because this is really cool. It's small. It comes across as a lot bigger on video, but it's smallish. It's got the old school front end, which would be awesome with the yellow fogs. It'd be awesome with some updated square LED lights. Sorry for the sun. It came with all the hoses. So I bought this at auction, had it imported, and usually all this stuff stripped off, but it actually made it through. So the hoses are there, the fittings are there, the basket at the end. This is meant to go into a lake or a pond or whatever to siphon water out of. There is no pump, but I have the pump in my truck, which I'll show you next. So I'm going to give it to the new owner because he has a use for it. So hopefully it'll just kind of hook up. And the thing I love about this truck, A, it's super clean. It's got like 8,000 miles on it. But the old school interior. I have not driven these yet. I literally got these last night at midnight, dropped off at my door. So this is as is condition. And this is what they look like off the boat. It needs a really good cleaning. You can see, for those of you guys who are into this stuff, it had fire lights. The wiring's all there. So there was a lot of lights and stuff up here. Has its own pull-up bar. And again, more fittings, a tray. It's just really cool. Even has the pickaxes that I can't even, they must just overlook them. For those pickaxes that come with it and not get stripped off at one of the ports, it's just crazy. I like this model too because it has the slider window, which they got rid of the next year. So this, it's not a pumper truck, but it's got all the built-in utilities. So it's kind of like a hybrid. So that is that. Really cool. I don't know what the owner's going to do with it. Likely he's going to use it for utility around his property and landscaping and stuff. But it's a great candidate to be restored. So that's that. And we'll move on to LY161 next. This is the LY161, 1996 HiAce. Fresh off the boat. The only thing I've done is clean the windows. And I started removing the stickers on the other side. So luckily they put vinyl on. And I may be able to restore the writing. I can kind of make it out. Not only is there writing there and there, which hopefully when I buff it, will bring it back. There's also a bunch of writing out here too that they painted over lightly. So this has the 3L motor. It's a little bit more powerful than the LH85. 12,000 miles on this. 2 bench seats, and it came with the pump. So like I said before, these usually are stripped off at either in Japan or America, and it made it through on both sides. So we're gonna put that pump in that truck. And I don't know, I'm on the fence on, I'm probably gonna take the canvas cover off and cut all the stuff down. So it's a little more usable, more like a work truck, but otherwise restore it. Big wheels, tint the windows. This one had some lights up there. So there's some lights. Interior's the refreshed, newer interior, which I actually favor the older one a little bit. But it's by far more comfortable in here. And I did buy that siren setup is one I bought from 500 yen shop because I knew it was stripped out. and it fit right in there snug. And this guy's, like I said, 12,000 miles. And this is gonna likely be my keeper. I don't know. I've had so many K vehicles and stuff that I tend to swap out over time. So you never know. This may pop up for sale. But as I do updates to this, I'll likely take footage because there's not a lot out there. There's actually a lot of Russian videos with how-tos, but not much in US. So typically I figure stuff out as I go, so it's hard to film. But if it makes good content, it's worth it. So let me know what kind of content you want to see about this truck at least. The 85, like I said, is going. I bought them back to back in auction. So I didn't expect to buy two, but I kind of landed on two. But I do plan on putting the light bar, some sort of rack. I have the siren. I'm going to do the lollipop lights with wigwags. I'll probably put red LED bulbs in them because we can't legally drive with red lights here in Connecticut at least. And yeah, I take the canvas off and everything. I can't see anything behind me, obviously, with all that on. And I don't think it's ever been off this truck. So I am going to try taking it off and see what we're working with. And that's it for now. When these, for both trucks, the cool thing, that the reason why I wanted them is these trucks are rated to go 500,000 miles. But when they're a fire truck, obviously the mileage is super low. But one thing that people don't realize is when they go from the factory to the place where they get fitted with all the fire apparatus, and the first step they do is they undercoat the truck. So not only is it low miles, but the bottom is meticulous because it was undercoated day one. Not to mention these typically live a life indoors, and being just like in America, you know, fire equipment, they typically maintain it daily. It's held to higher standards. They're polishing it. And yeah, so I'm really excited and see what it's all about. And here we are after a quick wash, put the canvas up. Now I'm in true canopy mode. I feel like I'm operating a vehicle at a safari park. And just washed the windows because I couldn't see anything. And just took her for a quick wash down at the local wash bay. The cool thing with this, if I decide to sell it, it could so easily be like a pizza vehicle, any kind of food prep vehicle, just because, but it has this rack. This was for the pump. The pump's over there. But the rack, literally, you unclasp and it comes out. Boom. If you put a couple foldable legs on that thing and then a nice wood chopping block table, you'd have one heck of a preparation table or buffet. I did see a guy that has 2 pizza ovens in his, kept it pretty much stock, and then has like 2 aluminum or steel pizza cookers, and he just goes and does parties. I'm not going to do that, but the ideas on this thing are absolutely endless. And yeah, I'm torn. I really like it. It drives great. I'm torn on it has a bit of a longer wheelbase and obviously the bigger bed. So it feels like a bigger truck, where this guy feels a little more compact. He's got the shorter wheelbase, but he also is slower. He's got the 2.4 motor and shorter wheelbase, which means smaller gas tank, I believe. And then, you know, the interior is it's not as comfy. The interior of mine is way more comfy, but it also has the classic look to it. So it's a tough one. I don't know which one. I'd probably lean towards this one, but I don't have a choice. I already sold this, so it is what it is. You know, I am coming from a Honda Acti, and I have a Honda Beat also. So I'm coming from the little world. So this guy's a little bit big, but I can get used to it.